welcome back to the P.Switch podcast, where hopefully this weekend will not turn into a giant swamp fire. It is a thing.
It's Cajun season.
It's not a real thing. It's Cajun spice. It's
so I actually looked it up. I know where I pulled it from. It was from Ben 10. There was a character named Swampfire.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
For the record, I'm not this short. Again.
No,
I just choose to sit in a comfy chair.
That's a lie. John is a midget.
Okay.
A lazy midget.
That's true. Are you gonna do my introduction?
No, we don't get introductions anymore. That's when you're the first guest, you get an introduction that week, and then I cut you off.
What if someone hasn't seen the first?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Do introductions. It's rude.
We'll eventually put names.
We're your guests.
You're on every... Okay.
Just because you have a hacky podcast where you can't put our name on the screen.
Oh my lord.
Why
do I even bother with this?
Production value is so low.
You know what
this is worse than Jeepers Creepers.
You know what I'm comparing?
Man who literally loves Jeepers Creepers, John Menier.
If I was to compare this production value, I would probably compare it to a swamp fire.
AJ, who doesn't believe in swamp fires, AJ Lanigan. And Rob, who is a good friend and believes in us, Rob. And me, myself, the director, Brian.
Last name.
I only have a last name.
It's Rob, who doesn't believe in us, Rob. That's his name.
Rob, last name not mentioned, Rob.
Costanza.
Yeah, Rob Costanza.
That's perfect.
As we've been doing, we're going to start off the week, of course, talking about how our last couple of weeks have been going, because why the fuck not? Alright, let's start us off on what we've been playing and maybe what we've picked up. Let's start with John, because he never has pickups, he just has
right, but we can also talk about what John's been doing for the last 2 weeks.
That's true.
That's,
you in what we call a cheap plug in the business.
Plug. No, last 2 weeks I haven't played much. The only 2 games I've really picked up at all are, Breath of the Wild, because I never really put it down, and Super Mario World. I've been playing that quite a bit, actually, on my 3DS. Because why not? But the last 2 weeks I have not picked up anything up because I don't buy anything unless it's for the store, but we have been setting up our sister store, which is going to be tabletop and magic and all that good junk. So it's been busy. I'm on 4 hours of sleep. This is going to be a nightmare.
The store going to be called, John?
Yeah, you're so proud. You're so proud of your name.
I didn't make it. Joe, I give full credit to our business partner Joe. He thought the name up the Stacked Deck. Should be coming within the next 3 weeks.
I thought you said you thought up that name.
No, I thought up Rock'em Sock'em Retro.
Oh.
I didn't think of Stacked Deck. Trust me.
That's too clever for you.
Right. Absolutely. I'd call it cards and stuff.
Well, it's better than Mother's Basement.
Or Rock'em Sock'em too, like. So yeah, I have not picked up anything. I've been playing very little because I've been balls to the wall between the 2 stores.
Is anything cool coming into the store at least?
Yes. We got a Philips CDI come in. That came in a while ago, but I just got it repaired. We had a CDX come in. We had a 3DO come in. We had a PG-16 come in. Game-wise, Lord if I know. If it came in, it's already sold.
Mm-hmm. So, didn't you sell that CDX too? Like right? Not the CDX, the CDI. Didn't you sell it like right off the bat? Or
it's
something?
not sold yet. No, I still have to get some cords for it. I want it 100% original.
Okay.
I did sell a Scat prototype. I don't know if I brought that up last time.
Yes, I think we brought it up.
I'm still so excited
Poor
that Scat prototype finally sold.
Jesus.
But that's it. And then last night we reorganized the store, hence the different layout in the background you guys can see. We're now in front of the Nintendo shelf.
This magnificent World of Nintendo sign.
It is beautiful. But, I actually every week we could set up somewhere different, really. The way I've got the store set up now, we can move anything we need to out of the way.
Well, we're gonna... One week, if we ever talk about anime, we'll have to set up in front of all the Sailor Moon stuff.
I cannot foresee a circumstance where I would talk about Sailor Moon for more than long enough to say it's stupid.
We'll tag out and let you do that.
Yeah, my wife can come in and talk Sailor Moon all day.
Yeah, I can talk Sailor Moon. Rob, what about you? Can you talk Sailor Moon?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Aww.
The Sailor Moon podcast.
Brian, Rob, Holly, and Kayla.
Yeah.
They're funny.
Alright, AJ, so what have you been playing and picked up this couple weeks?
I think you just picked up some stuff today.
I picked up a lot of good stuff today. Playing wise, I started playing Super Mario Odyssey this week thanks to you guys playing it on Sunday.
Isn't it fun?
It is.
It's
How
so
far are you?
good. I just got into the woods.
Did you turn around and jump off?
No.
As soon as you get out of the Odyssey, walk over to the edge of the world and jump off. They'll thank me.
Actually, one of our other friends, Jared, literally went out and bought Odyssey too because I've been playing it.
That game, if Breath of the Wild had it one game of the year, that was it. I'm telling you.
I don't know which one I like more, honestly.
I don't either. It's a tough call.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, AJ. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
started on a long talk about Breath of the Wild.
I also played a little bit of what's the name of that game we played? Not My Hero or Not a Hero?
Not a hero.
Not a Hero.
Not a
I played
hero.
little bit of that. And plus yesterday, I don't know why, but I've had the urge recently to go through and like actually complete the Guitar Hero and Rock Band games. So yesterday I started with Guitar Hero 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already like probably 75% of the way through it. So that's what I've been playing. Pickups wise, I got a bunch of Wii games from Family Video this week. A few DS games. I got Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, and Yoshi's Island in the box.
Hell of a deal.
Such a good deal on that.
If I had seen it before him, I'd have had it.
How much did you spend on those?
150 for all 4.
CLB.
You're
Yeah.
douche. Oh.
You spent 100 just buying those 4 loose.
Yeah.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
hate
it. I've
you.
bought it
I hate
before.
you so bad.
Rob's getting all 4 for 80 though.
I'll say, are you gonna try and get the those signed by Tim Wise if we see him again?
David Wise.
David, is it David Wise? Why am I thinking Tim? Yeah. Okay. That explains it.
No, probably. I just wanted them because those are like some of my favorite games. But I also got today. I got something that I've been looking for like 2 years, just randomly because Andrew said it didn't work, and he was testing PS3 games and said it didn't work, and he brought it back, and I was like, oh, that's backwards compatible, and John said, no, it's not, and I knew it was because it had 4 USB ports on the front.
I feel like I'm the one that told you that. That's how you tell.
Okay.
So let's not act like I didn't know.
Because you didn't really know. You were like, no, it's not.
I didn't look at it.
Exactly. You assumed. You know what happens when you assume?
Makes an ass out of you.
Yep. Anyways, so we tested it with a PS3 game first, and it worked. And then we tried a PS2 game, and it worked. So it works, and I got a sweet deal on that from my buddy John right here, who gave it to me for a steal of $40.
I fucking hate you.
Plus, I got the Classic 2, which you can get here at Rocket Soccer Retro. We got the
Shameless plug time. 192 South Main Street.
192 South Main Street for $65. It's gonna be great. It's gonna replace my Hyperkid Retron 5 garbage to play the Super Nintendo and NES games in HD. Brian, you can get one too.
Yeah.
Can we do an Office Space like podcast?
Dude, I would love
And destroy
that.
the Retron 5?
I'm down.
Oh yeah, that'd be just a
It
video.
feels good to be your gang.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Can that be a promo?
yeah, I'm totally down with that. Like, I've
There's a
talked
field right behind Kayla's parents' house.
perfect.
Let's do it.
So because I've talked about what I eventually want for the intro, and that is to have like a Saturday night live intro where I can just switch out people's like intros every week. That's going to be on the show, and we'll have like the black and white, like it's those stock photos, and going in.
I feel like before you try and go all heavy like that, maybe you should figure out how to get our name.
I can do that fucking right now, you bastard. I just don't, because I don't know if you're gonna be on every week. Oh Lord. I'm getting the brick. What a fucking swamp fire.
Well, while he's doing that, Rob, why don't you tell us what you
Wait, is
picked
that what
up?
you picked up?
See,
Well,
picking up,
I mean, that's the majority. I'm not going to do every single thing.
Oh, I just don't remember. Okay, doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Door gave me a
I didn't just
square.
mean for me, but
Well, I'm picking up the same games that the AJ picked up. I got Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, and Yoshi's Island. So I'm excited to have those.
excellent games.
I
The best.
Can't find the brick.
think that's about.
It was on the floor.
It's right up by the TV. close
It's
by the
literally right behind you. Turn around.
Is he grabbing a guitar?
Look on the floor.
Ah,
Yes.
Idiot.
Like I'm looking on the floor for a brick.
Continue.
I've
brother.
brought out the Guitar Hero controller to elk along someone.
So I'm picking those up, and then think that's really about it. There hasn't been anything else I picked up.
You have God of War 3 yet?
Let me go see. You know, I might have 2 copies. Maybe I need to add a couple more to it.
Next time one comes in, I'll put it on the hold shelf for you so you have another one for me.
Your door gave me a Splendor, by the way.
Yeah.
Hurt, yo.
What else? What have you been playing?
I've been playing. I finished God of War. I did God of War 2 as well, and so I just started God of War 3 a couple days ago. So working on that. I'm enjoying the graphics.
Thanks, Del.
It's a little bit different than the first 2, and so the controls are sometimes a little wonky, so I get mad at those.
You know, looking at those, I said it before. I actually want to try them, but I like the thought of the mythology behind them.
Yeah,
I think it's interesting. I just need to spend time. If anyone wants to buy my store, it is for sale.
It's a good location.
It's okay.
Yeah. No, God of Wars are
Must start the bidding at $3.
Gotta pull out the black card. He went there.
Pull out the black.
Pull out the black card.
I didn't even have to buy my inventory.
I know I don't. Don't bring up my shortcomings with money.
I
Man,
got a crisp $20 bill.
I saw that's really retro and rare, and on eBay they sell those dollar bills for $100 a piece.
Got some lakefront property in Toledo, so
Yeah.
or oceanfront.
Yeah, God of War. I remember playing 1 a lot, and it was really good. I mean, if you like gory beat 'em ups.
I don't, but it looks interesting.
Oh, there is
right.
boobies.
There
There's
are.
a threesome minigame.
Oh, you forgot our 5th guest.
Our 5th guest, Homer.
Yeah. Look at the way you sit.
Yeah,
on
there
the camera.
is. Well, then we have more than that many guests. Like we got, Yoshi, Mario, Boo Mario, Jazz Mario. I mean, there's a lot.
What kind of Mario?
Look at that.
I mean, but we're this second.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Ryan, your turn.
okay. What have I been playing this week? I was playing Monster Hunter World, which found out, being a small streamer and playing the most popular game, not a good idea. Man, that was a great vacation that I used for that.
I believe that.
Yeah. Hey, literally, Monster Hunter has been a really niche series for a long time, and now just everyone jumps onto it. And, it is what it is. I ate the weekend, and it turned out, though, that Sunday was really good for us, because I started playing Super Mario Odyssey more, and besides that game just being fun as dicks,
What?
fun as dicks, I've been listening to a lot of Achievement Hunter lately, and Jeff says everything as dicks. AJ can attest for that one. That's not me messing around.
That's true, but I don't think you should say fun as dicks.
Whatever.
What?
It is what it is.
Wait, huh? Did I stroke out? What?
Yeah. I've been doing that. I've been watching Dell, who's actually in the chat right now on his stream, which is 8-bit sweater.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, everyone did, and no one's playing Mario Odyssey now, which means I got random people showing up every once in a while, and that's nice. But he even I can't think of the word. Hosted us the other day when we had a bunch of people sitting in there, and we had like 5 or 6 people at a time watching. I know that sounds awful, like 5 or 6 is like a number, but yeah, it is. And what else have I been playing? Not a lot. Been debating what to run on weekdays for the show, and right now I'm kind of going the direction of JRPGs because not a lot of people run them.
Stop playing that Yakuza game.
I did stop playing Yakuza.
Okay.
I love that game, but Lord, are the cutscenes way too long.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch.
That's fine. I totally understand.
I'd tune in and then I'd see a cutscene. I'd go do my laundry, take a shower.
Dude, the one night I really wanted, I was like, okay, let's just see how chapter 3 starts, and it's all about another character. So the cutscene goes into another cutscene, goes into another cutscene. It's a half an hour.
Yep.
And I was just like, I can't.
Yep.
This is not going to work. As much as I like that game because the actual combat and shit, and it's really fun. But, oh well. That's streamer problems. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about video games. Most importantly, we're here to talk about guilty pleasure games.
Do you have any pickups?
Yes, I got a Classic, and that was kind of it. That and Monster Hunter. I haven't bought a whole lot this week because of things coming up, but that's a whole other story.
Okay.
But yeah, now that my transition's ruined,
You're welcome.
yeah.
Swampfire 2.0. I'm calling it.
Let's start over. Erase this.
Yeah.
We're not live, right?
Delete
Yeah,
this.
no, this is
We're doing this
people.
live
We're
now.
doing this. It's deleted from the internet. Don't worry. All right, but we're going to guilty pleasure games. Does anyone want to start us off, or am I starting us off this week on this?
Go ahead.
All right, let's.
You're the host.
I am the host. I guess I should start. We're gonna talk.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna make a name flag, but only for himself.
Dude, I should.
He's the star of this show.
Yeah, this is the Brian Dunn Show. We're gonna start with the GameCube game that I'm not sure if a lot of you guys have touched yet, but I know you've touched what it's based on. So, who here likes Space Invaders? Yeah, because John, you don't like Space Invaders?
I'm just choosing not to raise my hand.
Oh, okay. Have you heard of Space Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah. Space Raiders is a not over the shoulder, but like a third person camera shooter version of Space Invaders, like with more realistic graphics. It's
GameCube?
on GameCube. Yeah,
What's
it's
it called? Space Raiders?
Space Raiders.
I've heard of it. I don't think I've played it.
It's bad. It's not good, but I mean, I don't know. It's charming because it's very B quality movie kind of game, and I love that about it. Everything takes too much damage. The guns don't have any good feedback. Like, there's no good feedback in the game. There's no good music in the game, but there's just something about the quality of the game and what it's based on and everything that I just have this like little place in my heart where it sits, and it's just a dumb bad game that I fucking love.
I get that. Rob?
I'm gonna go for Shadow of Madness on the PS1.
I own that, and I know it was really highly anticipated.
It was highly anticipated, and the first opening cutscene, the cutscenes are great. They look really good, but then as soon as you go into the regular gameplay, you're just like, my player looks like a thumb. And I'm like, this is so bad.
Is this a game based on the second Spy Kids movie characters?
Oh my
Joe
god.
Biden's the main character.
You're
I was
remembering
thinking
those
of- I was
horrifying
thinking of a
things?
thumb person, and I couldn't think of anybody, and then you said that, and it just.
Yeah.
But the storyline is pretty good. The battle is pretty easy. The battle system is pretty good. The level up system is weird because it doesn't show you what level you're at.
Right.
So it's a little strange, getting used to it, from every other RPG that's out there. But I enjoy it. Music's okay. Characters are memorable. The story's good. The humor's great.
No, I winked at the camera. Calm down.
It's John.
Sometimes I want to feel like the pretty boy.
You're not.
I know.
So
One of the bag of
I
dicks.
like the game. It's
Hey, that bag of dicks turned out to be a great thing at that Christmas party.
Rob, continue.
So that's one of my guilty pleasures. It's not that great of an RPG. It's overlooked because of the graphics.
PS1.
I think it's sub PS1. It's just they're bad.
Bringing you Atari graphics to the PS1.
Yeah, I don't know. PS1, I love. I don't know. I have a love relationship with jewel cases. I don't know why, but PS1 games just look like what I think video games should look like.
I agree.
What's wrong with that?
I think that I'm going back to a technical aspect for this podcast. I think that an on-the-ball producer would have a picture or a clip of each game that we talk about
You know what? I've been thinking the same thing.
to put overlay on the screen as we talk about it.
Like the
Wow,
game chase we do.
editing during the podcast is kind of a pain in the ass because I have to drag everything across the screen back and forth.
PewDiePie does it.
You're right. PewDiePie gets rid of his chat when he drops the N word.
Even Logan Paul can do it.
Logan Paul's a.
Okay, Okay.
I love that you just throw out people's names and don't know what they do, John.
I don't care. I don't.
I'm running at this guy on paper.
Yeah. Rush Limbaugh.
Oh yeah, Pat Country.
Pat Country. I don't
God, the worst insults you could give John, calling him Pat Country or James Rolfe.
Can we just skip to the end? Thanks.
Hey, James, there's a copy of Jekyll and Hyde.
Whoops.
Oh my God!
What a swamp
You
fire.
know you're buying that, right?
I'm not buying Jekyll and Hyde.
Not for
Not
Not
$18.
$18.
Dr. Mario, you are.
Oh, well, okay, Dr. Mario's dank. Dank is a word. It's just a slang word.
And he just
Slang word.
I
It
know.
means a dark, dingy basement.
I didn't realize they were in order. Whoops. Wait, no, Dr. Jekyll M.
It was the other way around. I'm telling you.
Whatever. Alright.
Anyways, I will go with my first one and save this swamp fire. So my first one is a PS2 game that I consider it a guilty pleasure, but I will admit to anybody who asks me if I play this game, and that is Britney's Dance Beat.
No, he's admitted this.
I am 100% legitimate. The point of the game is that. Control yourself.
You should
God, I thought this was a professional podcast.
Why do you think I got so excited about it?
Go grab that. Somebody. That's so funny.
The point of the game is you're trying to audition to be
I'm gonna go
one
pee.
of Britney's
Alright, we're.
backup dancers.
Rob quit the podcast.
One of her backup dancers for a tour. And so by doing that, you're playing a DDR style rhythm game.
I've played it. I just tested that not too long ago.
I know, I saw it on the shelf. I thought about
Oh my
buying it.
God,
But I already own one.
Only one.
Yeah.
Well, if you love a game, you buy more than one copy.
Why isn't that sitting up in front of the microphone?
That's true.
Lean it.
Put it right there.
I got it. No,
Don't
you put it right there,
don't
you
lean
can't
it
read
on the don't lean it on the mic. It might make noise. I don't want that at least.
Anyways, but yeah, it's a super fun rhythm game. Obviously, the soundtrack is all old school
Put
Britney
Britney
Spears
back.
songs. You've got dancing in front of the camera. You push the little buttons to go whichever way, and it plays the music videos in the background, which is really great if you find Britney Spears attractive from that time period.
Who
pretty
doesn't?
Most people at this table do.
Hit me, baby, one more time. Come on, dude.
You, Justin Timberlake.
That is my
Sexy
preteen bag.
That is my gift to you.
Oh yeah.
That is my gift to you.
The gift of John,
You
a
can have
Nickelodeon magazine.
I'm bringing it back with some sticky pages.
I don't get that.
Will you buy this?
Pages are all stuck together. John, I believe you're next.
I don't want to. Like,
How do you follow up Britney's dance beat?
I mean, I'd have to say something like, I can't even think of his name now that I want to because I'm tired. Ricky Martin's dance beat, to follow that. The game I'm going to go with that I've actually been playing a lot of lately, and if you know the type of games I play, it doesn't make sense that I love this game, but it's Overcooked, and we've streamed it. I shouldn't like that game. I really shouldn't.
It's not a guilty pleasure to us, but to
Yeah.
him, the kind of stuff he plays, it makes sense.
This is not my type of game, but I played it last night at 3 o'clock in the morning. It did not go well.
I can't imagine.
I don't know how.
It didn't go well when you were coherent.
He's the
No,
one that
we-
kept pulling it out.
I'm not saying
Right
you.
back to the pot drop.
I'm not saying you were the cause. I'm just saying it did not go well. in general.
Okay. If we're gonna bring that up, which one of us kept getting the fire extinguisher and spinning in the middle of the room?
Well, it's fine because we weren't going to get any more orders out. It was at the end of the level. You're the one that just
Bullshit.
up for no reason. Anyway, but it's a game.
That is probably the best clip is when John goes, "You don't have to pick the pot up every time."
Dude, it's great.
It's so good.
That should be our intro. Just me screaming. No, I'm telling you,
That's his James Rolfe impression, actually.
Yeah. It's a pretty good James Rolfe.
I shouldn't like the game, but I do, and I can't quit playing it. So that's mine.
Yeah. He actually licked it.
Just
Gross.
Britney Spears.
Alright, let's see. Where was I at on Guilty Pleasure Games? Alright, so anyone who's ever met me knows that I pick up a weird set of games from time to time that I just call waifu games. Because
I know
they
you.
look like trash, and I like
And Brian
schlocky
is
trash. I am terrible weeb trash. So I'm gonna mention Oni-chanbara games, which saying it like that doesn't mean shit to either you guys or any of you guys until you hear what follows up, like Vampire Bikini Squad or Zombie Slayer Bikini Squad. They are beat 'em ups where you play chicks who basically run around in.
That's a beat 'em off. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. They're like really in-depth beat 'em ups, and then just let's throw this on top there because they're from like a really low-end development group in Japan. They just. Why are you showing us pictures of Seth Green during this? But they just throw in as much of a fan servicey character as they can. Things jiggle way more than they should. And literally, I remember they had a giant booth one year at E3 for their like third game in the series. That in order to view the game, you had to stick your face in the girl's chest to view a camera. Or like view like footage of the fucking game. You literally like where her nipples would be, you had to stick your head in a hole.
You gonna edit that?
What? What did you do?
I didn't know you were gonna edit that.
Going down here talking about nipples.
I mean, it just.
That's what that was their thing at E3 the one year.
I mean,
And they're like really good beat 'em ups, but they've got just a terrible design on that
I
end.
feel like
I've got a
editing for
question
you. If I was
for you
doing it, I would
about
just
that.
cut
Yeah.
out everything he says. Dude.
They happen to have a Swamp Fire Bikini Squad.
That's the one on the Wii, I bet.
Oh yeah, we should probably edit that too.
I know there's not one on the Wii U yet.
It's going on
I've heard the Wii U is coming back though, guys. Wii U, Dreamcast 2, all these systems are going to drop here in the next 2 or 3 years. Really going to take the market by storm.
Actually, Sega is bringing something out.
Yeah, they're working with Retrobit.
Yeah, I think they're basically going to be like a Dreamcast Classic and a
Yeah, but they're talking
Sega Saturn
about
Classic.
making new hardware
Oh
and
boy,
software,
Seaman.
too.
Are they really? You know what? That's
That's off topic.
yeah, that's off topic.
Rob,
Let's see, another guilty pleasure game. I'm gonna say BMX Triple X, just because
I
the
like that game.
gameplay was so mediocre, but the soundtrack was good. Like that was like the only redeeming factor for that game, and I fell in love with that soundtrack. So
what are some of the songs on there?
they had
All the small things.
unfortunately they did not go that low.
oh, are you shitting on Blink 182?
I might be.
Oh
Uh,
man, why are we friends?
And then they had Newfound Glory. They had Audio Event on there, which is really funny because they put out one album and then they just banned it.
With the energy. I love
Yeah.
that song. Oh,
Mhm.
that's on the Madden 03 soundtrack.
So, and then they had
That's on my top 10
Saliva.
games.
They had Green Day on there.
You.
A couple others too, but those are the ones that really stuck out. That I enjoyed.
Green
listening
Day.
to.
Oh, Green Day, Billy.
Did you ever get to the point where those like cheat codes that you can enter to see some things that are triple X?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think I ever
down
really
that
did
road.
Were there cheat
There's a
codes
lot
in
of that
game?
stuff.
Oh yeah, you can enter codes and like you know how they have the little like scores strip club. You can like
I remember they had the clips from those in there. You had to
Yeah.
unlock and do certain things.
right, but you can use cheat codes to just unlock them.
Oh, no, I
And
never
you
actually
see
did
all-
that.
You can
I just
see
listened
all
to the
the
music.
all them
all
pics-
the strip club
All them
giblets.
pixelated titties.
Oh, it ain't pixelated. That is FMV.
Oh,
Yeah, those were.
FMV.
Yeah, those were FMV. No, actually, the only part I really enjoyed was the first level. just because I love to like watch the pimp walking down the streets. It was hilarious.
That is pretty good.
That was that was.
Is this just a game populated with like dirt jumps? I remember that was like the thing they were showing off.
It's kind of
dirt
like,
jumps and then pimps walking down
yeah,
casually like a sidewalk.
It kind of reminds me of Thug 2, but BMX.
Yeah, BMX. Because it was originally supposed to be a
Thug
Dave
2?
Mirra
Tony
game,
Hawk Underground 2.
but then
Oh.
they went for the Triple X stuff in there, and Dave Mirra wanted to back out because the game was pretty subpar, and we're going to add all that stuff.
That was pretty last minute when he pulled it out, because I remember it being announced as Dave Mirra Triple X for the longest time.
Yep.
It was pretty late when he pulled it out, John.
Oh, shit.
Why are we doing this?
Phrasing.
That's what she said.
Phraseology. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
Come on, guys.
So I'm gonna follow Brian's Weeb Trash with my Weeb Trash game.
Oh,
I am not normally a Weeb Trash person, but this game series has really caught me the last couple of years, and it is another rhythm game, and it is Hatsune Miku, the Project Diva series.
let's talk about a singer
I just want
that is only popular because her fans make all of her music.
I just don't.
That's
I
fine.
don't want to be.
I don't. It's not even like the characters or anything that draw me in. I just really like the music. I don't know why, but I do. And
You went to college and you're here, John. Just deal with these facts.
That's Kayla's game.
I know. That's why I want to play games with Kayla sometime, because we play the same shit. But she's never here.
I know.
Kayla doesn't want to be part of
Kayla
this.
hates me.
Oh,
She
Actually-
She won't let me borrow Buster Groove.
I meant to tell you. She told me that.
I bet. She was probably like, "F that guy." So Kayla,
Fight.
Deuces.
come at me, bro.
Beat your ass.
Good.
Okay.
Wait,
so,
what? Are you a masochist?
So wait, what kind of music is in that game?
It's
Fan made.
it's like Vocaloid. Like the vocals are very weird, but it's like J-pop, so you wouldn't like.
No.
It is J-pop electronica.
Hard
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
Oh, hard pass.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I know. That's my one Weeb Trash game. That's all I got.
That's what he says
All right,
for that.
my next game.
I know what your girlfriend's trying to do to you.
She's trying, but she has not been successful yet.
My next game is for a system I hate, but when I sit down to test said system, this is the game I pick to test with.
Doom.
No, it's
N64.
the Wale or whatever it is, Golf on N64.
I heard you
It's
talking
like
about this a
Walla
little
Melee
bit
Golf.
earlier.
I can grab it, but it's some golf game that's Hawaiian.
Just grab it really quick so we know the actual
I
title
don't
of
know
it.
what the title is.
Everyone's left camera besides AJ, so we
Yeah.
might as well.
Let me find it.
You know what else you should grab? My fucking Nickelodeon magazine.
I just don't.
He needs
Oh!
that Britney for personal
You
use.
desecrated Britney.
It's Wiley.
Haven't you heard to leave Britney alone?
It's Wiley Country Club Golf Classics.
Oh.
I don't like sports games. I hate golf. But that
Here's-
game, for some
Here,
reason,
Brian, you can use this for editing, so you have a clip of what the game is.
Oh, do you want me to put in clips? Because I can. Actually, I can probably do that.
so that's the game. That's one guilty pleasure of mine that I don't know why, but that's the game I choose.
I like golf.
And I find myself sitting there playing it for too long.
Is it multiplayer?
I've never tried to play with anyone.
I'll
That's
say
like
we should
the
do it for-
stockest photo of a guy golfing
Mhm.
ever.
So that's my next one, and that's where I'll leave it. I have my game back.
No.
Can I have my magazine back?
No.
Can I have my break back? Alright, that was it John then me?
Yep.
Alright. Let's.
Wine works.
Wait, did you get in there?
Yes.
I wasn't even listening to Rob.
I know.
I'm having to
Apparently not.
answer
It's
messages
okay, I'm not a
from
real person. I
family
understand.
that
You
are.
He doesn't get a
block-
last name.
You
He
actually
doesn't
just
pay
block
attention
whenever
when
I
he
sing
talks.
out. You just do a dub over there.
Alright, so since Rob feels slighted by me, I'm going to talk about a game that I think me and him both have as a guilty pleasure. The Bouncer.
Oh.
PS2
Oh.
launch title. Friday, beat 'em up game that it was done by Square Enix. It was going to, it was like supposed to be this big thing because it looks so pretty and junk. That game is dog shit. But it's
I find it just be a big old huge disappointment. Like the whole build up, the whole build up, and then all of a sudden it's over, and I'm just like,
God knows it counts as this.
why?
Yeah, because the game only runs about 3 hours.
Yeah, and honestly, you could probably get done a little bit less than that pretty quick about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just sucks because they had a really good potential there with content, the graphics, the soundtrack was pretty good to it. The character models were really nice, but then it's just
Man, some of that character design is bad though. Don't you remember that I want to say his name is Volt. He has little metal horns.
Oh yeah, he has a little bit. Yeah, he has little metal horns. And of course, you're expecting like some backstory. You like never get it either. Like they do they have like maybe a couple sentences of dialogue.
So
that's it.
Basically the entire new Star Wars.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't seen
No
it yet.
backstory. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it is.
No backstory.
Don't be spoiling it here for me.
But best part of that game is the one combo attack you get with the 3 characters. You can play it like 2-player, and you don't get like special combined attacks except for one, which involves all 3. That ends like it's a punch, an Irish whip, which means the guy takes another guy by the arm and throws him into the big guy, who picks up and chokes at him, and with about this tone just says, "You're going down," and just throws him on the ground. And it's so bad. And it looks so it's like I don't know how to explain it.
It's just one of those games where you look at the title, you look at the box, you look at the opening scenes, you're like, oh, it's gonna be great. Then you know in the back of your mind, it's just gonna be a giant dog turd. And
it's a lovable dog turd.
And of course you get excited playing it again, and then you're just like, God, I forgot what a dog turd this was. And you get really depressed after playing it. You're just like, why did I do myself?
I don't, because I always play with my buddy Scott, and we just have a good time laughing at how crappy it is.
Okay.
Alright.
Next.
They'll say, Rob, do you have another one, or we want to throw in AJ?
We're gonna go with AJ now.
Alright.
You guys listen to me.
Well, he took the one off my list, and I can't remember.
So my next one is kind of a combined guilty pleasure because it's an awful game, but it involves 2 things that I love very much, and that would be The Simpsons and wrestling.
Oh,
yes.
Call of Duty.
Yes, Call of Duty.
Call
Call of
Duty
Duty
is my
Black Ops
favorite
3.
Simpsons game.
And that's Homer, Marge, Maggie has a sniper rifle.
Lois.
As they go to save
Lois. Lois is in there, yeah. No,
My favorite part is when you're on a kill streak and you get a call in Cleveland.
No.
Yeah, he blows up half the map with a bathtub.
Half
Half the map with a bathtub.
Just a small town girl.
Anyways, yeah, no, Simpsons Wrestling is one of the games that I love to hate.
What is that on?
PS1.
Was it on PS1?
Yeah.
I thought it was on PS2 and
No, PS1.
Xbox.
I don't remember that at all.
PlayStation 1. It's a wrestling game with The Simpsons. It's really bad. The character models actually look decent, but like the gameplay wise, it's just bad. But loving, like, there's a lot of little Simpsons references in it that you'll appreciate if you're a Simpsons fan like me. But overall, the game is just bad. The voice acting's rough. There's literally no music while you're wrestling.
Oh, that's
The weapons, I don't think you can get in and out of the ring. It's been a while since I played it.
But I don't remember. Like, I think they throw Groundskeeper Willie on the front of it, and you can't even play as him.
No, I'm pretty sure Groundskeeper Willie's in it. Because it's Groundskeeper Willie with a pitchfork, with Homer on the pitchfork at the cover.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't play as Homer.
Oh, definitely. No, not the main character since like season 5.
But yeah, Simpsons Wrestling.
Is that why you have Homer up here today?
Yeah. Transition.
That was not a transition.
No, not at all. Beautiful segue.
I don't have a segue. I don't have that kind of balance.
I guess for my next one, once again, this isn't a bad game, but it's a $2 game on Switch Marketplace or whatever, Nintendo's Marketplace for Switch.
Golf Story, got it.
No.
Yeah, I wish that was $2.
And this is not my type of game, but I find myself playing it
I know
a
what
lot.
this is.
Astro Bears.
Yep. Yeah, that's kinda-
And AJ's played it. Have you played it?
No.
I've not
I haven't
touched
played
it.
Oh, you haven't played it? Basically, this game is so stupid and simple. It's $2, and it's worth every penny. It's you remember the old Snake game on like Nokia phones?
Yeah.
Where you just kept getting stuff. That's all this game is, except it's 3D with a Russian bear in astronaut suit running around a planet. It is the most simplistic, fun game I've played in a long time. There's no thought to it, and you can play against other people too, which gets interesting. But if you haven't bought it, buy it. Too much.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know if I can knock it for being what it is when it's just $2.
It's $2. Like, but I have played that game so much for a $2 game. It's not like, you know, it doesn't have a storyline. It doesn't have anything like that. You're playing by yourself. You're literally just trying to beat your high score. Playing against someone else, trying to beat them, obviously. But it's a lot of fun, and it's so stupid, and it's not my type of game, but I can't quit playing. So maybe I'm changing my type of game.
John, slowly transitioning into a nuanced gamer.
No, I
He's
still like
turning
my 2D.
He's turned it
platformers.
into an indie fanboy.
How dare you?
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam.
Yes.
Okay. Next.
Next.
You know, I've talked.
Next.
I'm trying. Jeez.
Did you see the rage in his eyes?
Jesus. I'm going to
Trying,
strangle
guys.
every one of my friends. I will jump out of weeb trash into. Like, I don't know if Chinese stuff counts as weeb trash.
That's
Hong Kong
trash.
97?
No. Dynasty Warriors games. Which, I mean, that kind of takes up, like, a genre anymore. Because if you haven't noticed, I talk a lot about beat 'em ups because I love them. And Dynasty Warriors is just literally one man versus army of, like, 800 people, and you decimate the shit out of them. And there's just like a general feeling of power once you get done. But I mean, it's grindy. They're usually not pretty. They've got terrible stories. But there's just something I kind of enjoy about them.
Hyrule Warriors is pretty.
Hyrule Warriors is like one of the exceptions. And I mean, they've gotten better over the years. But like when Dynasty Warriors 3 came out, that was like where I kind of started. I loved that game. And it was not any of those things.
I was sure when you said like Chinese, you're gonna go with Mahjong.
Mahjong? Oh, yes. No, I don't even know how to play Mahjong. Yeah, like
I know how to play video game versions of it.
yeah. But like the Warriors series, I've wanted to play Berserk and the
You mean,
Band of the
like,
Hawks.
The Warriors for PS2.
I do not have the Warriors for PS2. I need to get it.
Oh, that's what you meant by Warriors.
No, Warriors games.
Ultimate Warriors?
Warriors?
Ooh.
Brian,
Roadhouse.
The
put
gold-
put on the sad Hulk music.
You got your backpack.
How
on,
Yeah.
walking into the sunset.
How about the Golden State Warriors?
No. The Hyrule Warriors,
Atari Warriors.
Dragon Warrior now has a series of those games for like who like Dragon Quest and original Dragon Warrior on NES.
Warriors.
Koei Tecmo, I think, is just putting out like an All-Stars game of it, and then
Warriors
there's
Fight the Magic.
Xena.
turn up the
Xena
Hulk music. Ding 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 ding, ding 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 ding.
We can call it now. Come on. This could be the end. I'm okay with it.
No, we still got some more. All right,
Rob.
AJ, Rob, yeah.
Stop pretending Rob's not here. He is a person, damn it.
He did this to me once, and I've had issues seeing him since.
I get that joke.
Thank you, Captain America.
Haha.
Oh shoot, what else do I got on that list? I'm gonna go with the Def Jam Vendetta.
Oh,
Good
Just
games.
I almost put Fight for New York on my list, but I can't really consider that a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, it's kind of
Everybody loves that game.
I don't like I didn't really like those kind of games. I don't really ever play them. I think I got it once as a gift. And so
You mean wrestling games or rap games?
Both. Wait, are you saying you didn't play the Wu-Tang fighting game?
I do want to buy that. And I want to get the Wu-Tang controller with it.
Remember, kids, Wu-Tang ain't
Did
nothing
you
to
know
fuck
that
with.
Shaq Fu originally came with a CD of Shaq rapping? Okay, sorry.
Did
go
you
ahead.
Okay, yeah.
did you know that if you were an early adapter for NBA Playgrounds on the Switch, you're getting Shaq Fu 2 for free? You know who's getting Shaq 2 for free? This guy.
I don't know if that's something to brag about.
Yes.
Hey! The trailer said this one won't suck.
Yeah. Shaq said so himself.
And who am I to not believe Shaquille O'Neal?
I'm really gonna say it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be better than Kobe's game.
It's gonna be it's gonna be better than the Kanye West game where you get his mom to heaven. That's a real thing.
Yes, it is. It's a real game. And there's like hidden secrets.
I
people still haven't figured out.
Yeah, I wish the camera was on you at that point so I could just take that, frame it, and put it on my wall of just like shocked expressions.
He just like Owen Wilson to the camera so hard.
Wow.
You just see, wow.
No, there was way too much expression on his face for him to be Owen Wilson.
But yeah, no, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I used to enjoy playing it, but then I'm just like, I don't listen to the music, and a lot of the characters in there have written stuff, so.
Have you played Fight for New York?
No, I don't think I ever played Fight for New York. We
have to do Fight for New York next time.
I got, what's the next one after that?
Fight for New York.
No, after Fight for New York.
Oh, after Fight for New York
Icon.
is like Icon, yeah.
I think I picked that up for a couple bucks.
I'm
on
sorry.
360, and it was just dog trash.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
not
like put away in a box. I want to bring it in, but I traded it in.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Icon,
That's
they
one game I
changed
don't want.
they changed directors who said, yeah, a wrestling / fighting game with rappers, that can never work because, you know, he didn't see the games that sold pretty well before that. And he made it, I don't remember what all he did to it. I just know that you have to do your finish now to the beat of the song.
Yeah, something like that. And I was terrible at that game. I couldn't get very far.
You weren't
So-
terrible, it was bad.
I don't even remember playing it. That's how bad it is. I probably have played it because I played the other two.
Mm-hmm. That was talk about when just before you started buying video games and still rented them and decided that having money was nice. All right, I believe it is
AJ's turn.
AJ.
My next one. I'm kind of skipping around because I had a lot. So my next one. I don't know if I classify this as weeb trash, but if it does, then
We'll
fight
see if
me.
Brian likes it.
I know Brian doesn't like it. He should like it, but he doesn't like it.
Probably not weed trash.
So this is I haven't even technically played it because it's not really a game. It's more of like a graphic novel kind of, because you play through the story. It's like a simulator.
Not the one.
It's not The Walking Dead. It's Doki Doki Literature Club.
I don't have an issue with that game.
You were talking shit about it when I told you I was starting to watch it.
Yeah, because there's one way you get to play it, but it's not like it's still written well.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. It's like it's not the most exciting game, but it is very deep and very dark, and it has a lot of twists and turns that you won't expect. Like if you go into that game expecting what that type of game looks like, which is a dating simulator, it's gonna fuck with you.
It
Bad. I don't want to spoil because I know nobody else at this table has watched it all.
Oh, I won't. Don't worry.
Well, you should though. It's fucking it's entertaining.
I think you'd enjoy it, John, eventually, but there's not a whole lot of gameplay to it. You're going to have to go into it with the idea of it being
And that's
like
why,
you're sitting there reading a book.
Right, but that's why the Game Grumps version, the Game Grumps playthrough is good because they make it entertaining with their voices and stuff behind it. So, like, Pro Jared plays it the correct way, and that's
Books
fine.
are good.
But, Eagles can't fly! I fucking love that poem. I wish they sell, like, posters on the store of, like, scenes from the game, and I really wish that that was one, because I would totally buy that poem and put it on my wall.
Alright.
But yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club is free on Steam, so if you don't have it, you should at least check it out, and it's gonna fuck you. It will. And the song at the end is really catchy too. Monica is great for being what she is.
Like the old the artist Monica.
No. This
No,
is
that's-
waifu material.
Yeah, she is.
Alright.
Sorry, no.
Alright, John, I believe it's you.
Well, if I name this, we're not gonna have a discussion on it.
No, we are, because I know
I'm not-
exactly
I'm
what
not.
you're talking
But
about.
I'm done.
All right, let me name it for you, and that
No.
would be Junior Jeopardy for the Nintendo. And the reason he doesn't want to talk about it,
Because who are the Junior Jeopardy champs at this table?
woo,
The
One
game
sweet.
never- no.
Woo.
woo, woo.
The game never finished. I had to get up before Final Jeopardy.
And you said, here, let Kayla play for me, which was the dumbest decision you
No, it
ever
wasn't
made.
Kayla that played for me.
No,
Who
no,
was-
nobody played because I was actually watching on the stream at that time, so I was a witness.
So how can I lose if the game was never finished?
You forfeited, and
I
you didn't have enough
I have
points
a
to get caught up to
business
us
to run.
anyway.
Why don't you go
Yeah,
pick up the pot again? I didn't lose.
He lost.
He lost
He
The game
bad.
never finished.
Okay, you know
All
what?
right, you
No.
know-
You know what we need to do?
Alright.
We need to do next stream. We need to hook up the Classic and fucking do it again.
I'm okay.
Yeah, but you have to follow the spirit of the game. You can't make it.
You cannot play the game
You cannot
at
ring,
the way
yeah.
you can.
You have to play it the way I play it.
Okay,
You
fine.
can't ring
Then it's
before
just
the.
a competition who can push the button faster without reading the question and maybe guess at the answer.
Yeah,
That's
That's
not
what-
how you play Jeopardy.
unless you're the guy who won a ton of money by cheating Jeopardy that way.
You want done. Let me know when this is over. I'm taking a nap.
We know you're taking a nap.
You're next.
JRPGs.
How many
I'm
more do
actually
you
going
have
to be, huh?
How many more do you have
I
left?
got like 2 or 3, but I can drop some of them because they're that embarrassing, maybe.
I think I'm gonna do one more.
All right.
Oh,
oh,
jeez.
all right.
That one right there.
Nep.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, jeez.
JRPGs. Neptunia, which in concept I think is hilarious. It's about a bunch of girls that are drawn as like they're basically consoles. They're video game consoles.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sean.
My friends talk about this game. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
So it's all these girls that are. It's an
telling
all
John
girls
that he
RPG that are all the girls are based on video game consoles,
Okay.
and it's great because
So
the
PS2's a fatty.
huh.
PS2's a fatty.
No, not PS2. This is PS3 era. So like
So
the X.
PS3's a fatty.
No, she's not.
Should be.
But it's
I can
great.
go get one.
Dreamcast
Because-
is a little bit slow.
Don't do the Dreamcast. It's based on an unreleased Sega system called the Sega Neptune.
Wasn't that the Dreamcast?
No, it was not the Dreamcast. I've asked that same question before. I don't. It was like a handheld that was supposed to come out that never did.
Oh, because
Oh,
Sega's handhelds did so well.
thought
Yeah,
Neptune
I
was
know.
supposed to come after Saturn. That's what's turning into Dreamcast.
Yeah, it is. That is how it's supposed to.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Honestly,
Sega
I've-
history. I don't.
What I've been told is that
That's true.
that the Neptune wasn't released, and
Well, no.
there is a Dreamcast.
Right, but I thought that.
I thought
I'm pretty
Neptune
sure
was
that the
working
Saturn.
name of the-
Yeah, it was the working name of the Dreamcast.
We'll look that up after the podcast. It's not really important at this
I
point.
just feel like if you're gonna
The
state that-
Xbox
I'm gonna go look it up.
character always overheats. The Wii character, it looks the youngest, but is the oldest and curses all the time, and she is the adult of the group that is just jaded.
Okay.
The PS3 is,
Xbox
I mean,
overheats all the time.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
yeah, and like the writing is in such a way that you can just read that it's written about the game industry in subtle like jabs at everything.
Does the PS3 get sued a lot for random updates that weren't necessary?
I've not made it far enough to find out because there's a ton of these games. Because there's 4 in the main storyline and there's like 6 in the handhelds, and all the handhelds
Saturn.
are based on the PSP and the DS, the Game Boy, and all of
I've
them.
never even heard of this. That actually sounds fun.
I don't know. The designs are stereotypical anime shit.
Nope, don't want it anymore.
Yeah, but I think the writing is there that they're pretty funny, but mean, trying to discuss them and everything is just kind
That
of
Xbox.
whatever.
We have breaking news.
We have breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yeah, the Sega Neptune was actually supposed to be a 2-in-1 Sega Mega Drive and Sega 2X. But it was never released to the public.
You want to talk about a dumpster fire? Holy crap!
Hey, Swamp Fire.
No, that's just pure dumpster fire right there.
Those two consoles in one.
Yeah.
Never released though.
Yeah.
Well,
no-
you think they barely released the 32X?
All right, so basically, man, so they were going to have three 32-bit consoles out on the market at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so dumb.
They did. They just. It's a bit. I don't want to get into this. We've already had a long conversation about Sega.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one. But
So-
wow.
I'm doing this one more. Are you doing?
I can do one more if you want to do one more after this one.
What about Rob?
I'm tapped out.
Rob's already tapped out.
God, so now he's got to listen to them talk.
Yeah, I'll interject every now
The
and
true stars of the show.
You want to go play Mario Bros?
They call us the Young Bucks.
But we're not young.
Shh, we're young. I don't want to talk about
Is this a
being-
shoot?
Yeah, this is a shoot.
Yeah, my last one. It's a super popular game. It's on literally every console you can probably buy right now. And that is Minecraft.
Were you farting?
No, I was trying to figure out.
Oh, okay, because that sounded like the longest lasting fart I've ever heard, especially with Minecraft as the end of it.
Well, that's how you Minecraft. Minecraft's at the end of a long part.
But yeah, I own it on. I have the 360 version, the Xbox One version. I just bought the Wii U version today. I'll probably get the Switch version if it goes physical, which they've been talking about, but it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, I love playing Minecraft. It's fun to. Oh, I started on PC with you guys.
Yeah.
Good old Brohio with Austin and Steven.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
It's
Right next to the
lazy kids
brochure.
Legos. They
It
can't
really
even bother
is.
to build Legos, so they just do it on it.
Well,
It's-
I mean, you can spend $30. It wasn't even $32. It was $20
Yeah, $20
on this, or you could spend
Hundreds
tons
on Legos.
I agree. Legos.
Because the Legos can sit in your house. Instead, you'll be like, oh, look, come into my computer. Look, what do you guys think
Oh,
about
gosh.
Virtual World?
I don't have enough room as is, so this was
Right.
perfect.
I'm not spending $400 to buy the Simpsons house and put 5,000 Legos together.
Did you see the person that recreated Hogwarts though in Minecraft?
Yeah, there's tons
Yeah.
of crazy stuff like that. I've seen people make working calculators in
Like,
Minecraft.
isn't that insane?
Somebody made like a working Game Boy in that game.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You can play Tetris.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah,
It's an impressive system.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. There's your edit sound.
No.
Just use that.
No,
as
we
your
are
input
sticking
out.
with the
You
Kremlings.
son of a.
Oh, God.
Are we going home?
All right. John, do you have anything else?
No.
All right. Yeah. AJ, you said you had one more, or are you tapped?
I can do one more, but I was gonna stop there. But if you
All right.
want to do
Well,
one
no,
more-
we can stop there. That's
Okay.
perfectly fine, because we gotta get into news.
Yeah.
I regret
Oh.
thinking that was funny the first time.
Yeah, you should. And of course, we're going to talk about Billy Mitchell
You
being a
can't-
fraud.
Okay, you can't just start it with Billy Mitchell. You have to start with this dude who started it, Todd Rogers.
Yeah, Todd
His-
Rogers.
His dragster score of 5.51.
Yeah. Okay, so I
30
don't know too about. I didn't know
Shut
too
up
much
and
about.
listen.
Fine, Dad.
So Todd Rogers has had the high score for dragster for Atari for 30 years.
Yep.
Of 5.51.
Yep.
No one has been able to hit it.
Even close.
The closest anybody's come is 5.57. So there has been for years rumors of it being fake, and not possible to get 5.51. So the only evidence they had of the score was a Polaroid, which guess what? Can't be found now. So that's where the whole thing started, and then you can jump into your Billy Mitchell.
Well, we should talk about how they disproved it too. They
They've had.
they had a computer run a perfect simulation, the fastest you could possibly do, and it couldn't beat his score or even match it.
Mhm.
So that's how they know it's fake. So they have negated his record and
All
wiped
of his
him off.
records.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
all
were
of
talking
his.
about tool assisted runs.
And now,
with
what
the
I don't
game.
know about that story is, have they actually banned him, or are they going to let him to try?
No, he's banned.
He's banned
He is-
completely?
he's
Because
banned.
there was talk of letting him try and get back on the boards,
No,
but they
he's-
were going to wipe all his records.
He's banned from Twin Galaxies.
Okay, he's banned from Twin Galaxies. Now, this ties over into Billy Mitchell, because Billy Mitchell, obviously, the Kong Wars and crap like that.
He's a fraud.
Well, he doesn't even have the high score anymore.
I know it's
But, you know, he was
It's not
subject to
even
that
Weeby
movie,
anymore.
and he had
it's
a
not
great,
Weeby.
great satirical character in Pixels by Peter Dinklage. It's
It's
hilarious.
awesome.
But-
He also had a satirical character in regular show.
Yeah, but long story short, they figured out by looking at the pixels of the video of him playing the game, the way that they came onto the screen, that he wasn't playing it on original Donkey Kong Arcade, he was playing it on a main cap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I mean, even if have you've watched King of Kong?
Yeah.
If you watch like the videos that he submits, like when the scores are going up, like it looks sketchy as hell. Like I've always thought that his stuff was fake
Mm-hmm.
because he, like you said, he could never do it live. He's never broken a million live.
Well, even when he did it at Midwest Gaming Classic, he only did 900.
Right. So like that's
That was,
sketchy.
what, 2004 he did that? But like, and then they were looking at the statistics of all the stuff that he had got, like how many out of blue barrels or whatever it is that he hit, was like 20% higher than anyone else ever got. So what he was doing is he was saving it, from what I understand, stopping it, saving it, then going back to that save point, waiting for the optimum things to come up, to get higher scores. So he's a dirty, dirty cheater.
Yep. And just to confirm, the current high score on Donkey Kong is 1,230,100. And that's by Robbie Lakeman.
Yeah, I actually watched that.
We're on a level 1 road alert.
Oh, I heard it was getting this lick out. Steve Wiebe, he was the last one. Like I think G4 had an E3 coverage like a couple of years ago where he tried to do it at E3, and he got 3 attempts, and he just sat there in the middle for him, went at Donkey Kong, and it was, man, I was pulling for him so bad.
Yep.
I like that we have the Donkey Kong high scores pulled up. Look how all those say undisputed until you get to 12, which is Billy Mitchell, and it says you dispute.
Yeah. Which Steve Wiebe is above him.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I'm fine with. I like Steve Wiebe. He seems like a legit dude. And I think he actually holds the record in Donkey Kong Jr.
I don't think so.
Donkey Kong Jr. Oh, he's 5 now.
Yeah, I think
He did hold that record,
Yeah.
and he's 25 in the Stampede.
Sure.
Yep. The only other headline I had seen everywhere this week for just kind of a weird news thing, is that a duck hunter was knocked unconscious by a duck he shot. There was not a whole lot of good weird news this week. Like he literally, I guess he shot it out of the air, and I don't know if he fucking like went for the long pass and tried to catch it.
Are we? I didn't know. Are we doing weird news?
We were going to do a weird
Oh.
news segment, but I mean, last week we just did Q&A. We don't have any Q&A. That's why I had weird news pulled up, and everyone's like, we need to talk about.
We need to talk about Billy Mitchell,
We do need to talk about Billy Mitchell.
and I'm curious how far, because it's kind of snowballing. It really
Yeah,
is. I mean, they're
it's-
going after all the big names now.
Yeah, it's gonna keep
And I'm
rolling.
curious who else is going to get called out. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a big. I don't follow
Well,
the arcade scene that much.
No, but like
But you know these names.
right.
Yeah.
I
You're
think
in
it's
video
gonna be
games.
like most of the people that you see in the King of Kong, like from Billy's gang that they have in the movie. I think some of those are gonna get.
Well, no, the funny thing is, and I might have this backwards. It was one or the other. I think it was. Crap, I forgot the other prop. His name.
What?
The pole position guy.
I'll look up pole position, Rob.
No, it's the other guy we were just talking about. Not Billy Mitchell, but the other.
Steve
Rob.
Wiebe?
Todd Rogers. I keep trying to call him Rob Todder. Anyways, Todd Rogers was the only witness for Billy Mitchell's run on Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So that called that into question, too.
Yeah, let's see. Pole position, you said? Let's.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I think it was Dragster.
Yeah,
Dragster.
Yeah, it was Dragster. I said pole position on accident.
Okay. Drags.
What
It's the
what
same
is-
game.
What's the new record now?
On
That one's been
Donkey
erased.
Kong?
No, Dragster.
It's the
I'm
one that's
looking
been
for it,
standing
and I'm
number
not
two
seeing.
for
Oh,
30 years.
looking in the wrong spot. Whoops. Dragster. I can't look at it because I have to log in. So, yeah, there. Sorry, it's turning super bad.
Try that.
Yeah, let's search one last try.
Today on P.Switch podcast, watch us.
There it is. Greg Dignefi? I don't know how to pronounce it. That's an awful lot of E's in the name.
5.57 is the.
Yep. Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
And there's more than one person that has that.
There's a lot.
Bailey Chestnut.
Roger Evan Blair.
Okay, that's not
111.
The third.
Oh, there's 4. 4 people have. Right.
Yeah. David B. Yancey.
So I'm guessing next time we do the podcast, there's probably going to be more to this. I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. And we have one question from our buddy Dell.
Okay.
What game do you each think you have the best shot of making a high score record at?
God, none.
Yeah, none.
What game am I really good at?
I'm gonna pick mine. That would be
Yeah.
I haven't played that game in a long time, but I do need to bust it out.
He's gonna
WCW
go-
Revenge, because technically they keep score in the matches. So I would say if I was going to get a high score, it would probably be WCW and
See,
Revenge.
the problem with me is the games I play don't really keep score. Like, if we were talking about what could I speedrun the best,
I mean, it says
high score. I mean, games that keep score
high
that
score.
I play.
We'll count speedruns.
Yeah,
Well, games
speed
that keep
runs.
score, I'd say Astro Bears I have the best chance at. I'm actually pretty good. But speedruns, I'd probably say Super Mario World or Bioshock.
That's a good one.
I can speedrun the stuff.
Yeah. We're popular now.
Hooray.
I'm good at shmups, so I was just picking one I would want to do. I would probably say like 1942 or 1943, the arcade version, though.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, now we have another one. What are your favorite games to speedrun?
Speedrun. I do not speedrun games. I slow and awful at
You
video
know, I've
games.
got one for that actually. I'm not the greatest at it. I'm never gonna get like the highest level, but I enjoy trying to beat my times on Resident Evil 2.
Have you gotten the tofu block, or is that Resident Evil 1?
No, it's in number 2 as well. I've never unlocked that one because I really, you know, I guess
my
I suck,
favorite,
but I enjoy trying to beat my own score.
favorite speedrun, it's probably going to be one of the classics like Mario 1 or 3 or Super Mario World. Those are the ones that I'm good at and I can speedrun fairly quickly. And I'm not talking about all the glitch runs that these guys do. I mean just
full runs.
Play through and beat it. Not 100% run through, but play through and beat it. And, if that includes using the whistles or the warp zones, yeah, I can do that. As far as playing straight through without any warp zones, I don't remember the last time I played through an entire Mario game that way. Because I'm always skipping around.
One of the quickest playthroughs I have of a game is Akiba's Trip, which was on my list of games I was going to talk about, but no, I'm not explaining that and getting the stare of death and dumb from John for it.
I like doing a speed run on Aladdin for Super Nintendo too.
If I was going to learn to speedrun a game, I don't know what I'd want to learn to speedrun. Ninja Gaiden. Yeah. I like Ninja Gaiden, and I would love to be good at that game, but I'm not.
I watched a guy do a speed run on Super Mario Brothers 2, the lost levels for us. And I literally was having panic attacks watching.
Yeah, those are bad. Super Metroid's another one that gets speedrun a
I saw
ton.
somebody did a speedrun of Portal in 16.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that
just
guy do
through
that.
being able to shoot in certain spots.
Yeah,
It's
I
crazy.
saw that guy. That was insane.
So that goes to our next question then. Do glitch speed runs feel like a real speed run to you guys?
No.
It's just exploiting glitches.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes skill because
and
you have to be pixel perfect.
Well, yeah, these guys that read the code and figure out which pixel to hit.
Yeah.
I understand that. I do not consider that a real speed run, although they are in records for that.
Yeah,
but
it's the same thing with I don't consider tool assisted speedruns real speedruns in my opinion.
I've got an interesting piece of news for you guys.
What's
I
that?
found out a new fact about a Mario game. The original Mario Brothers black box set.
Yeah.
If you have the golf black box set, have you seen this?
You told me about this last
Okay,
time.
this is so weird. Okay, because I never knew this happened. You know the -1 world that you can get to.
Yes.
The original Mario Brothers. if you, let me think how you do this. You put in Mario Brothers first. It's got to be a top loader. Okay, you get to the startup screen. You pull it out. You don't hit reset or power or anything. You put golf, or no, it's tennis. Black box tennis. No, it's tennis. You put black box tennis in. You serve it once, and then you pull that out and put Mario back in. It'll take you to another negative world or a letter world, like A1, A2.
Really?
And they're all different worlds, and they're really trippy. They almost look, they're Technicolor, like at the end of Super Mario Brothers 2, if you beat it 10 times in a row, the Japanese version, it'll give you that weird 9 whatever, but it's all trippy and Technicolor.
I was gonna say, that sounds like some creepypasta shit.
Yeah, it would, because we've actually
try
tried it
it
on
on
the phone
Classic.
system.
Which game do you think is more likely to be released this year for the Switch, Pokemon or Metroid?
Pokemon.
Yep.
They aren't going to let it go another year without Pokemon. game.
Pokemon is definitely 100% locked for this year.
I wanted to agree, but if that was the case, I figured they'd have at least some image of it.
All they're going to
it's
do
coming.
is remaster Metroid if they put one out this year.
Save it. They're saving.
Well, they have Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, they'll remaster one of the old ones.
Or do a remaster of the trilogy again.
Yeah.
It's got to be Pokemon.
The safer bet is Pokemon, just because they can throw people at that to get those assets done really quick.
It's going to be a holiday game, and it's going to sell a ton.
Oh, I didn't get hit.
Listen to the
What would you do to
the seer like advice of AJ.
What would you do to improve the Switch at its current state?
I'm pretty good with it.
I would make the battery life a little better.
I think the user interface could be better.
Yes, apps. We need
Um,
apps. And the virtual
console
would be cool. Nintendo.
Why is the screen not glass?
You get a glass cover.
I know, but I just feel like it should be in the. I don't know. I feel that it shouldn't have been plastic because it scratches too easy.
User interface and app store would be nice on it.
Yeah.
You know, there's been rumor of Netflix coming and Hulu and
Yeah.
YouTube and all this other
No.
crap, but it's not there yet.
No, they've.
And I think for them really to compete in today's market with Sony and Microsoft, they have to start including that crap. I mean, they're already bending to the will of everyone and doing a pay service for online stuff. You know, and
Which
it's
at that point, I'm still upset that they didn't integration with microphones with your headset, like headset integration, which is because if you've seen how that app is used to talk to people,
I
look,
used
historically,
it.
Nintendo
Stupid.
beats to their own drum. They don't care what else is going on.
Yeah.
The fact that they're actually coming out with a pay service is insane to me because they've never done that before.
It's for server maintenance and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, it used to be I get to pay to download certain things back in the day. On the...
Well, yeah, but not like it's going to be now where you have to pay the service fee. You know, it's not quite like Xbox Live because you can hook that thing up to the internet no matter what.
Well, I was meaning farther back towards when they were doing satellite stuff.
But they've always beat to their own drum, and you know, it's they got a lot of stuff they need to work on with it, just as far as the user interface. But so far, their game release and stuff like that are phenomenal.
What?
They're doing it smart.
All right, this will be the
Well,
last
yeah,
one.
this is the last question. Thank you from, as always, 8-Bit Sweater, who's a good buddy of ours, and this is awesome. Or I'm awesome, sorry. Wrestling
not.
jokes. I'm awesome 0716. What do you think of Nintendo Labo? That is exactly what John thinks. I think that there is possibility for the future of it being something completely different. It's a stepping stone towards augmented reality video gaming for Nintendo. But the cardboard stuff, I'm not exactly excited about. John, no, put the noose away!
No. Okay, so apparently they did a tech demo of it this week where people could actually try it out.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's very sturdy, so that's a plus. But
Let me tell you something about Wabo or Labo or whatever it is.
yes, John will be building using Nintendo Labo to
Yes,
build
we're going to
battle
build
armor and
John
take
a
over
battle suit out of Nintendo Labo.
Let me tell you, and then, you know what? I'm not actually mad about it. The problem with it is Nintendo's doing what they always do, and it works for them, but it pisses off Nintendo fanboys like me. They were marketing to children primarily with this. This is their biggest rollout, really, since they launched the Switch. This is a big rollout for them, but it is marketed directly to children, and everybody sees it for what it is. It's just a huge money-grabbing scheme because it's cardboard. It's cut and paste origami crap you can go down to, Michael's or whatever, Hobby Lobby and get for cheaper.
Right.
He kind of like covered the vlog.
Yeah.
Is Kermit coming out?
Yeah.
I don't know if
When
it's
John,
Kermit or
when
it's
John
Jerry
gets
Seinfeld.
angry,
I do
you don't want to
Seinfeld
see
when I
him when he
get
gets
angry,
angry.
too. What's the deal with that? Seinfeld comes out, I don't know if it was Kermit or Seinfeld when I get annoyed, but
But yeah,
I mean, it's just they do what they're always doing. They did it with the Wii, they did it with the Wii U, they've done it with everything so far.
but
They always market to children.
I'm
And
going.
children aren't
I'm
the ones buying
going
it.
to interject here on this. The Switch, most in part, has not been dedicated to being marketed at children.
No, they've done very well, and then they come out with this.
You have to hit.
Trash bag.
I'm just going to say you have to hit all markets at some point.
I get that, but this seems like the dumbest scheme I've ever seen from them.
Now, question, John. We do have another question. Will you use the Nintendo Labo to build Bad
It-
Harbor? and
Yeah,
take over
you know what?
BG?
If
Who is that?
that's Dell.
I don't know, Dell.
Yeah, he was at the Christmas party. You
I'm
don't
not
even
good
know the
with
guests
names.
you invited to the Christmas
I'm
party.
not good with names.
All right.
Was he the kid that had the
He had
black,
he has the Capcom jacket with.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm bad with names.
Dude, that jacket is so
Yeah,
It is an
I
amazing
suppose I
jacket.
could go Megatron on BG.
Here's the thing. I kind of want to get the Labo robot set, if only for stream. So I think us being up here in this environment using that junk would be hysterical.
I'm gonna ban it.
John, you're going to be wearing it.
I'm gonna ban it from the store.
We'll talk to Kayla. She'll probably make
Yeah.
you wear it.
Yeah, that's all we got to do. We just have to go through his wife.
I just, I don't want to get.
All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in to the P.Switch podcast. I'm Brian. Go to roll call.
Oh, were we supposed to do that?
Yes.
Here, start over. Say goodbye. Yeah. Rob didn't say anything.
All right. All right. This is it for the P.Switch podcast. Round 2, fight. I'm Brian.
Oh, I'm Rob Costanza.
I'm Batman.
I'm Brian.
I'm also Brian. Hey, I'm Grump. I'm not so Grump.
Boy, it'd be easier if we had names underneath us on there.
That's why I had to stop. I was looking down. I'm like, I don't have a name.
You didn't have a name to read on the stream.
Script.
Gee, thanks, Brian. This was fun.
I can't read the teleprompter.
First, I have to tell you what your favorite games are. Then I have to tell you what your name is.
I can't read the teleprompter, Brian.
There you go. All right. You guys have a good night.
I love you. Is that it? Can we leave?